Hello Sagittarius, this is going to be your June reading. There is a Gemini moon, new moon this month I believe. Also sun activity in Sagittarius. June should be, I believe, a relatively quiet month as I talked about in May. But let's see what your cards have to say. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back to sit for a little while. And if you are new, welcome. I have been working with some paint recently, so excuse the condition of my hands, guys. I really did just need to ground myself a little bit with some things. So Sagittarius, let's see what is going on with you for June. Sagittarius, a bit of an upside down month coming for you. But I believe this is a bit of a precursor for July. A bit of a slow moving month. Not too much going on in your money house. Not too much going on spiritually with you. You are looking for some answers, but they're not coming that easily. Even your social life, I think you're finding, is not moving as easily as you'd like. Excuse me, Sagittarius, I just want to have a little sip of water here so that I can get through your reading. There are a lot of things going on globally in the energy field that I've been discussing with people, and I am considering making a video about it, but I just don't know if there's a need for that. Family-wise, I just feel there's a lot of slow-moving energy with you this month. I think you feel, in terms of the things you love, and again, this is looking forward into July and more towards the end of June, I think you feel like you are dumping, or you will be dumping, a lot of your energy in buckets into the things you love, but you are feeling a bit confused about maybe how the other person feels about you, and you are confused about their intentions, but you are really willing to give it your all. You may even be coming out of some arguments with this person, really holding them in high esteem. But again, you're really looking for answers back from this person, or even in terms of family. You may be looking for more of a long-term commitment from this person, but again, I think you're going to have a lot of questions going into July with this person, or again, if this is business, going into the summer months or winter, depending on where you are in the world. A lot of questions from this person. You really want a firmer answer, and you're not really sure about even your best gifts. You don't really feel so confident in how they're working. Let's look into some of these things. Some of you may have even turned down a job offer or a move, or you may be considering if that's the best thing, again, going into, in the Western world, these summer months. You are just not feeling, you have either one situation, or energetically this is just your life in general right now, and it's just a no for you. It's a lot of, I mean, it's swords, swords, swords. It's too many arguments, excuse me, too much fighting. You feel that this person is too problematic, or the situation is too problematic. And I think you foresee that going on with this person is going to be problematic in the long term. It's not just a rough period. This is going to be problematic month after month, year after year, and if it hasn't happened already, this is your history with the person. This is just on and on and on and on. This person may have even left you in the lurch more than once, where you needed this person and they left you alone and gave you a lot of excuses, and the excuses were not valid. And even though you made it through this situation on your own, even though you were able to come through, the sacrifices that you had to make to do it may have left you in debt. They may have left you emotionally harmed in some way. And again, if they haven't, they perhaps might, and you understand that this person or situation is just not going to be reciprocal. Here, it is not going to be, it's not going to be this. Let's take a little bit of a look into perhaps their, again, but for some reason going into July, you may be looking, even though you feel this in your gut and your intuition, for some reason, Sagittarius, going into July, you were looking for more of a clarification from this person about, it's almost as if you want them, you want to hear it from them. Or maybe there hasn't been, you still feel that there has not been enough evidence. Oh, wait, we have these cards coming up. So we have this person may be a very smooth talker. They may be very good with sort of puppeteering your emotions, or dangling one big promise over you that they know holds weight. They know you want this one thing, and they are very good at soothing you and telling you it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. There's a problem here, Sagittarius. We have they know they do not have the ability to deliver this, and somewhere in June or possibly July, they are not telling you that there is a very big problem on their end where they cannot deliver this. And there is going to be some sort of either an epiphany on your end where you have this realization, or they are going to promise you something that you need. And this is just an example. This is not what's going to necessarily happen. But if someone said to you, I will pay a bill for you, and then you're banking on this and you spend all of your money, and then the date of the bill comes due and the person says, they don't say anything, they ghost you, and now you don't pay this bill, and it's, say for instance, your light bill, and your lights get shut off. It's that sort of a thing. They know in their mind that they are about to make a promise to you that they cannot keep, and they are not going to say a word about it, and there's going to be some kind of a real issue. And again, I always want to tell everyone, you know, readings are readings. Nothing is ever in concrete stone. Let's just see what we can... So again, this is confirming there's someone hiding behind a bit of a mask. This could even be an older male. It could potentially be someone who has some kind of a health issue. But they're making promises that they can't necessarily keep. This card I always like to see. Sagittarius, you could absolutely have a loved one who has passed on keeping watch over you. So if you have someone that you like to connect with who has passed, this would be a wonderful time to do that. The camel shows perseverance. So Sagittarius, we've already confirmed that. There was a card in here that talked about you being able to overcome this. So this is not a situation where you will be broken by any means, but still to have to go through that with someone is not necessarily pleasant. So we don't want to have you in that position if you can avoid it. And the nice thing about readings is I always like to think that readings are a call to pay attention to your intuition, and I think we always know when something is going on that isn't right or is avoidable, but we tend to wait until the last minute. So if you're feeling something, Sagittarius, pay attention to that. Pay attention to that, that hit on your radar. You know, some of these cards are talking about feeling insignificant. If this person is, again, I mentioned the word puppeteering, if they're doing that to you, they may even be bringing up things from your past, making you feel that way. You don't have to feel that way. You know, there are cards here talking about maybe you may be concerned about a third party. I didn't see anything like that here, but you may be concerned about them looking at other people. If you're a bit older, you may be concerned about them looking at younger people. Sometimes we look at the person that we care about and we think they are the best looking person ever and they can get anyone they want, and that's not necessarily true, but that's how we feel. You may even want to get out and connect with nature. Take a time out for yourself, reconnect. And again, there's a feeling here of just being in a lot of fast-moving, chaotic energy. So let's get a couple of the last few cards out here for you, Sagittarius. Please comment or leave a like. I always like to know how everyone is doing. This one wants to come out within the next few weeks. I think we mentioned that we're into the first week of June now. I think I really feel that the end of the month will be a better time for you. And these two cards are sitting. Don't stop. Do not, if you have a feeling about something, do not be sidetracked by someone else trying to tell you it isn't there. If there's a big pink elephant in the room and someone is telling you, look away, look this way, look that way, don't unsee what you're seeing. And communicate clearly. Let that person know, it is there, I see it. And if you just can't get that person to come around, then the communication has to be within yourself. You know, communication isn't always about getting someone on the outside to come around to your point of view. Sometimes that's just about reassuring yourself that what you see is what you see. So Sagittarius, thank you so much for sitting with me. Again, please let me know whether you're comfortable just leaving a like or just leaving a comment, how you're doing, how you're making out in June. I always respond to the comments, always, because I really like staying in touch with you and knowing how you're doing. It really brings me joy. Good luck in June. Take care.